Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, you wake up to hundreds of missed calls. News reporters are outside your house. Your phone won't stop ringing. Somehow, you've just become the leader of your country. No campaign, no election speech, no years of climbing the political ladder. Just you. It's finally your chance. No more corrupt politicians. No more empty promises. You'll fix everything. Build better roads. Improve healthcare. Make education free. Punish corrupt officials. Lower taxes. Help ordinary people instead of the rich. Honestly, how hard could it be? After all, you've spent years watching the news thinking, why don't they just do the obvious thing? If I were in charge, I'd never make decisions this stupid, right? Well, congratulations, you're in charge now. You walk into your office, sit behind the largest desk you've ever seen. The national flag stands beside you. Outside the window, millions of people are celebrating. For the first time in years, they finally trust their leader. You smile. This is going to be easy. Then, there's a knock at the door. Your chief advisor walks in. Congratulations, Prime Minister. Before you begin, we need to talk. About what? He places a thick folder on your desk. You promised free health care. Yes. It'll cost $30 billion.
Fine. You also promised lower taxes. Yes. That removes another $20 billion. Okay. You promised better schools. $15 billion. More police. $5 billion. Higher pensions. $10 billion. By now, you've noticed a problem. You've promised to spend far more money than your country actually has. No problem, you say. We'll just cut waste. Your advisor nods. Excellent. What would you like to cut? You think for a second, then confidently reply, corruption. Your advisor laughs, not because it's a bad idea, because that's not where the real problem begins. You still believe you're the most powerful person in the country. But here's the first illusion every new leader has. You think, because you're sitting on the throne, you're the one in control. You're not. No one rules alone. Your advisor opens another folder. Meet the cabinet. One by one, people enter the room. The finance minister, the defense minister, the foreign affairs minister, the agriculture minister. Every single one of them has their own priorities. The defense minister wants more military spending. The health minister wants more hospitals. Education wants more schools. Farmers want subsidies. Businesses want lower taxes. Workers want higher wages. Environmental groups want cleaner energy. Factories want cheaper electricity. Every request sounds reasonable. Every request costs money. And here's the problem. Helping one group usually means disappointing another. Politics isn't choosing between good and bad. It's choosing which good thing has to wait. You decide to stay true to your promises. Healthcare comes first. Your finance minister clears his throat. If we spend that much, we'll have to borrow. So borrow. We already owe hundreds of billions. So print more money. The room goes silent. Then someone says, if we print too much money, the money everyone already has becomes worth less. Prices rise. Savings shrink. Food becomes expensive. Congratulations. You were trying to help poor families. Instead, you've just made groceries more expensive. Welcome to economics, where almost every solution creates another problem. Fine, forget domestic issues. You'll make your country stronger internationally. You call another meeting. We're going to stop buying expensive imports. We'll make everything ourselves. Sounds patriotic until your trade advisor speaks. If we stop buying from other countries, they'll stop buying from us. Factories lose customers. Exports collapse. Jobs disappear. One decision, thousands unemployed. The world isn't just connected, it's dependent. Every country relies on others, far more than most people realize. Then comes foreign policy. A neighboring country moves troops near your border. Your generals demand action. Your diplomats demand patience. The media demands answers. Citizens demand protection. Financial markets demand stability. Every hour you wait, people call you weak. Every aggressive move brings you closer to war. You haven't even made a decision yet, and somehow half the country already hates you. You finally understand something strange. When you were an ordinary citizen,
Every problem looked simple. Roads? Build more. Crime? Hire more police. Healthcare? Spend more. Corruption? Arrest everyone. But from this chair, nothing is isolated. Everything is connected. Raise taxes, businesses complain. Lower taxes, public services suffer. Increase wages, prices may rise. Reduce spending, people lose benefits. Every action pushes something else out of balance. Running a country isn't like solving one giant puzzle. It's like balancing hundreds of spinning plates. Save one and another starts falling. Weeks pass. Your approval rating begins to fall. The same people who celebrated your victory now complain online. The roads still have potholes. Hospitals are crowded. Fuel is expensive. Why hasn't anything changed? I've only been here a month. But that's leadership. People don't judge you by how complicated the problem is. They judge you by whether their own life feels better. Then comes election season. Your advisors gather again. We need policies people like. But they won't help. I know. So why do them? Because unpopular truths lose elections. That's another illusion shattered. You thought leaders always did what was best. Sometimes they do what keeps them in power long enough to do anything at all. And sometimes they don't. Months turn into years. You've learned something the younger version of yourself never understood. The country isn't one person. It's millions. Each with different dreams, different fears, different priorities. Some want lower taxes. Others want more public services. Some want more immigration. Others want less. Some want freedom above everything. Others want security. No decision makes everyone happy because everyone wants something different. Then one evening, you walk to the window. The city lights stretch to the horizon. Millions of people living completely different lives. You remember the day you took office. Back then, you thought leadership meant having all the answers. Now you know.
Leadership mostly means making impossible choices. With incomplete information, knowing someone will criticize you, no matter what you choose. And suddenly, you understand every leader before you. Not because they were always right. Many weren't. Not because corruption doesn't exist. It does. Not because incompetence isn't real. It absolutely is. But because the job itself is infinitely harder than it looks from the outside. The next morning, you walk back into your office, sit behind the same enormous desk, only now it feels heavier. You pick up the first folder, take a deep breath, and get back to work. Because ruling a country was never about finding perfect solutions. It was always about choosing the least damaging, imperfect one. So the next time you hear someone say, if I were the leader, remember this. It's easy to run a country from your couch. It's much harder when every decision changes millions of lives. And maybe that's why history judges leaders so harshly. Not because the job is easy, but because everyone watching thinks they could do it better.